So I've now travelled over 900 miles in the Tesla Model 3 in the almost 5 weeks that I've owned it. How much has that cost in electricity? Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, folks. JD here again. So I took delivery of the Tesla Model 3 long range almost 5 weeks ago. And I've now travelled, looking at the odometer, nearly 930 miles in that time. And I thought what I'd do today very quickly is just work out how much that's cost compared to how much it would have cost in my Porsche Macan diesel. Okay, so if we have a look at this, if I bring it up correctly, this is the screenshot that I've just literally taken on the Tesla Model 3, and it tells me, look, that I've travelled 928.7 miles. I've used 218 kilowatt hours, and I've averaged 235 watt hours per mile. Okay, so well over 4 miles per unit of electricity. Okay, so how much has that cost? Bearing in mind that I've only charged it overnight using the Octopus Go Faster tariff, and how much would it have cost assuming 32 miles per gallon in my previous Porsche Macan. So done this very, very quick spreadsheet. So I'm assuming that diesel roughly at the moment, that's end of June 2021, is about 128.9 a litre. Might be a little bit more than that, but I think that's roughly what it is near me. So multiply that by 4.545, we get a price per gallon in the UK of just under £5.86. So that's for 1 gallon of fuel. Price per kilowatt hour. So I pay, as I've said before in other videos, 5.5 pence per unit of electricity between the hours of 8:30 in the evening and 1:30 in the morning, and that's on Octopus Go Faster. If anyone wants to join Octopus, please use my referral code in the link to this video in the description of this video, and we'll each get 50 quid. So if we then do a bit of number crunching, and what I'm going to do is just work out the pence per mile based on diesel price and 32 mpg versus kilowatt hour price of 5.5p and what my consumption has been, and we'll work out what the pence per mile is. So if we look here, so we've done 928.7 miles, which is what the Tesla overall odometer said earlier today. Let's look at the diesel first. So assuming 32 mpg, if we do if we do £5.85 divided by 32, we will get a pence per mile of just over 18p. So 18.3 pence per mile. If we look at the Tesla now, so if we say, okay, well, looking at the screenshot here, it shows me that I've averaged 235 watt hours per mile. So putting that into the spreadsheet as well. If we then want to look at kind of miles per gallon equivalent, so miles per kilowatt hour, if we do 1000 watts divided by 235, we get 4.2553 miles per kilowatt hour. So 4.26 miles per kilowatt hour. So essentially I've travelled 4.26 miles for every unit of electricity, the same as the Macan used to travel 32 miles per every gallon of diesel. So if we then take 5.5, which is our price per kilowatt hour, and divide that by 4.25, which is how many miles we get per unit of electricity, we get a pence per mile of 1.3. So 1.3 pence per mile in the Tesla versus 18.3 pence per mile in the Macan. So what does that actually mean then? Well, if we multiply 928.7, which is the distance travelled since I bought the car, by 18.3 pence in the case of the Macan, it would have theoretically cost me just over £170 in diesel. If I take that 928.7 mile and multiply that by 1.3 pence per mile, it's cost me 12 quid, believe it or not. 12 quid versus 170 quid for just under 5 weeks travel. That is a saving in 5 weeks of £158.02. That's extraordinary. Now, yes, the Tesla is costing me about 50 quid a month more probably on the finance. However, I'm not paying for any servicing. I'm not paying for any road tax. I'm getting tyres included in that extra 50 quid, if you like. So that's quite an astronomical saving. So even if you were to say, okay, I'm going to take off the finance figure, the fact that the finance is 50 quid more on the Tesla, I'm still over £100 better off on the fuel. Plus, I haven't got to put any money away for road tax, servicing and tyres. I think that is pretty extraordinary. And that's, like I say, using the Octopus Go Faster tariff. So it wouldn't be always that cheap if I used a combination of public charging, superchargers, etc. But because I charge overnight at home, I'm fortunate enough to have off-street parking. I can charge overnight using Octopus Go Faster. It is quite an astronomical saving. 1.3 pence per mile on average. Okay, I hope that was remotely interesting. If you want to contact me, send me an email just here. If you want a copy of the various spreadsheets, we've got the salary sacrifice spreadsheet, so you can work out how much it will cost you to salary sacrifice an electric vehicle and all the associated company car tax associated with that. Or we've also got the PCP spreadsheet, which enables you to compare different PCP deals, work out your settlement figure at any given time, work out voluntary termination figures, that kind of thing. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.